I'll come to you from another angle. You've been a media man. You've seen media for so long.
Yeah.
You know what your business is. To sell something, you have to have a very powerful personality.
Which we had. We had Anna Hazare as a very powerful personality.
Exactly. The moment you veer away from the personality, you are losing steam.
No, but we're not building a personality cult. We're not building a cult. We are building an idea.
No. Without the cult, there is no movement, no idea, no corruption.
You mean to say I will now not vote for Anna Hazare and people like me who think like me just because this particular thing ended up in a fiasco? Do you think we will not?
You might vote for Arvind Kejriwal.
Yes.
But there is a lot of India. There is a huge voting.
Why would they not vote for him?
They won't vote. Because they don't go by abstractions. They go by law. There is a huge population which simply doesn't understand law.
That is what I'm saying. Anna Hazare has created that awareness for the first time. That there are some. I think so.
The word awareness. He created a kind of a hysteria.
No. It is an awareness. What else would you call it? Who was hysterical? Nobody was hysterical. People have been aware for the first time. Asha, this is the way.
People were dancing there, and even Kiran Bedi herself was putting up all the.
No, that's okay. That is theatrics. They do it. Every party is doing it. But I'm just saying, for the people of India,
that is inspired history, and that's where movements are born, and that's how change can come about.
Agreed. So then, when a good idea is being put aside, why wouldn't people accept the idea and not say, "Oh, now he's defeated because they outsmarted him, so therefore the idea is not worth it."
It could have happened other way, like. Anna Hazare might have entered politics long back, and probably somebody would have shot him dead long back, because that's how the Mumbai.
Somebody also told me that this movement would have ended in smashing success or rousing success if either Anna Hazare or Kejriwal or Kiran Bedi or one of the other leaders out there had died in full public view in the camera.
Well,
if he had died.
Personally, I personally thought that had I been there on the dais, what I would have said is, let me die. When I die, somebody else will.
Yeah, you need a martyr for a movement.
You do need martyr. Gandhi deliberately created a lot of martyrs, and the martyrdom was not something deliberate or something open. It was a very subtle movement, and it was because he was a huge political genius. He created in such a way that he was always preparing martyrs and getting them to go to the stage, and then pulling back the movement whenever he felt that it's going to be on control. Do you think Gandhi didn't know that the Chauri Chaura incident will happen? No, he knew what's happening. He knew that Hindu and Muslims will fight, and even till the last moment when coming to the Jinnah episode came about, that day also he was conscious. He was telling to the whole public of India that I know that it is going to end up in violence. Because Gandhi is not such a fool who simply took up to people.
No, I agree. I mean, for the same.
Coming back to Anna Hazare, personally, whether he wanted it or not, it doesn't matter.
All right.
If my personal respect would increase even more if I come to understand, or if I see personally that Anna Hazare doesn't want the kind of doesn't like the kind of
the direction where it's going,
the kind of celebrity status he acquired. If he deep inside his heart he resents it, then it's really the mark of a dignified man.
Correct.
A man who simply doesn't want to bow to the multitude, even if they are growing. Where I really took, I really felt tragic. I felt a kind of pathos, I felt almost tears.
Where was it?
When Anna called off the. Wrote in his blog. That was something I was puzzling. Anna is not such a person. He's open-minded. He was the first one. After so many years, nobody had the courage to call politicians chore. All the kinds of words that he used.
Correct.
Personally, I myself, I don't have the courage to go up into any public platform. And
all right. So he did that. And what made you?
He had the courage.
Okay.
He pulled it out. I'd say that's the only way to put it out. He pulled it out. And when the thing comes to the kind of a
boil
crisis. When people should have played. Of course, we are not living in the...
Now, what are you trying to say? What exactly is your point?
I personally think Anna Hazare did a small mistake.
Which is?
When he allowed the movement to go into other people's hands also.
Okay.
He should have known when to call it off, when to pull people or push people into their proper seats.
But he's not a seasoned politician. He'll never learn all those.
That's exactly.
Agreed, but that's okay. That is not important at all. If Anna Hazare out of old age dies tomorrow, it doesn't mean the movement will stop.
I personally think Anna Hazare dying of old age is something. It should be a huge loss. I think
it will be a loss.
Die on the dais.
If that had happened,
I wouldn't want his death.
No, for the success of the movement, you're saying that would have been the finest thing to happen.
No, it would have something that might not have happened. I think nobody would have, the Congress government or any government wouldn't have allowed Anna to die. But then probably somebody else.
It's as if death is in your hands. Yeah, he dies. He's been there fasting for 7 days. Something happened. Frack, he goes. So he dies. That's all. There's nothing more to be. You can't reverse it. But I'm just saying, hasn't all that?
To be frank, I'll tell you then. If that had happened, then somebody, probably Kejriwal, might have had a chance to come to power.
All right, folks. So we obviously go on talking about this for hours and hours and days and days. So he's got a point of view which says that yes, Anna Hazare had the right idea.
That's very difficult. It's very, very complicated.
No. Actually, he says that if he had died in full view of all the cameras of the world, from BBC to whatever the local channels are, if he died in full view, then definitely the government would have been shaky, and who knows, those 2,500 people sitting in front would have just marched up to 10 Racecourse Road or wherever the Prime Minister lives and hauled him out, and God knows if they would have ended up stringing him up a tree like they do it in so many third world countries where they get so angry and then they almost worshipping Anna Hazare. Things could have been very nasty. So government was right in making sure it doesn't reach that point, but it could have happened because nobody can forecast death, and he could have died out of a heart attack. He doesn't have to die out of hunger. He could have just died. But I am firmly convinced, though Mohan is not, that the movement has at least woken people in India up to the thing that you can't expect change to happen if you don't become the change yourself, or at least bring the right kind of people. Again, if they relapse into corruption, well, I guess it'll be another Anna Hazare has to come down the road maybe 50 years from now. But for the moment, I think the Indians and the press and the public have realized that yes, there's a glimmer of hope. We can try and change the system by by electing better people instead of these communal people or people with no ideas. So let's hope it might turn things around in 2014. And as for shutting down the party, I think Anna Hazare was right. He was not good to run a political party, and I don't think any of them wanted to. They would have been happy to walk out of that stage if the Lokpal bill had been promised and it was put into action. What happens after that, we will discuss another day. Thank you.